my man got the slice that. Break down, take that. Keep your mouth shut. This is what we do. 1 or 2. You ain't about that. I don't give a fuck. I leave you stuck like a mousetrap. Middle of the city. Tell your brother to get with me. I be stopping with a 50 caliber. They holler and I can jump out the stick and we be riding with them solid. Ain't nobody seeing me. The whole hood agree with me. I'm white niggas out. They like what I'm about. Every time I'm killing it, the whole hood feeling it. I got to learn. Right now I'm on the south. Dealing with them killing niggas. Shiesty and gorilla niggas. Fucking we out. He talking what he bout. Nigga making threats. It's a bad house in my bloodhound. Walking at his house. Some summer nights can even turn cold. In the streets of Philly where niggas don't even get to turn old. My heart pumping to it turn gold.
My own shit.
Is that DC Pharma, that DC Pharma, that DC Pharma,
DC Pharma Show.
Is that DC Pharma, that DC Pharma, that DC Pharma. Used to get my piece from AZ. Mary Jane is the case that they give me. Trips from the West Coast stop real fast. DC Pharma show the masses how to grow grass. No to the method, be attentive, slow learner. The raw sheets turn that gas to a slow burner. Big Worm got the strains in variety. Jeff Sessions trying to fuck up the society. Cannabis community, rise up, eyes up. Fight for your right to light or eye shut. Loud from the motherland. I'm getting high in stadium. Super gas, no clone, it grown with vibranium. Try coke chasers, council of the brewer. Self-sufficiency, that's how we need our smokers. Alien dream turn Girl Scouts into soldiers. Smoking doja. Contact if you come closer. Every Monday, 10 to 11 p.m. For Hands on that grill, watch the show with your BM. Comedy, but interviews real lit. The DC Pharma Show, educate real shit. That DC Pharma, that DC Pharma, that DC Pharma, that DC Pharma Show. It's that DC Pharma, that DC Pharma, that DC Pharma Show. It's that DC Pharma, that DC Pharma, that DC Pharma Show. It's that DC Pharma, that DC Pharma, that DC Pharma Show.
What up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the DC Pharma Show. Thank y'all for tuning in. Got my co-host with me, Big Worm.
What's going on, Farmer?
Man, ain't nothing much, man. Just hanging out, chilling this week. I've been getting a lot done, man. I've been hitting my shed pretty hard. Weather kind of been lighting up a little bit. So I put my construction helmet back on, been getting at it. So
It was beautiful today.
I know, man. It soon be done. I know that for sure. So I'm going to be sprouting some seeds real soon, y'all, on my pheno hunt mission.
Yeah.
But, how about you? About yourself, man?
Well, speaking of seeds, we got some vegetable seeds. So we got some tomatoes and our peppers. We're going to start. It's time to get those going. We got some different lettuces, some different herbs. We're going to get some. So we picked up some seeds. So we're going to start some normal seeds. Man, my flower room, not as looking as beautiful as normal, but, I got a few smaller plants in there right now. Just flowering out some moms. So looks a little different than normal, but I'm excited to have the green crack in there. Gonna finally see what that's gonna turn out like. So,
all right, that's what's up. This week, man, pretty light. Y'all, I know y'all ready for the giveaway here. That's what we got presenting right here. Everything. So with the giveaway, like I said, it's the smoker's box. Everything you need, however you like to roll. We got the tips. We got the papers. We got the hemp blunts. We got all that for you. The cones, the lighter, everything you need. And the most important part, Big Worm holding it up right now. That comes with the package, y'all. So
this is
hope y'all that number one, lucky caller or whatever. And along with that, I also wanted to shout out or give attention out to the march for tomorrow, which I think is the March for a Fair Shop Representation for Taxation March, which begins at I believe 9 o'clock in the morning to 9:30 it may be. But if you're able, man, go out there and show support, man. If you ain't working, if you got a job, skip work, get late, whatever, man. Support the cannabis industry. Support what's going on out here. Support the movement, man. So if you can make it, make sure you be there. And, we also have a special guest with us today, man. We'll talk a little bit more about that as we go along. But
So should we tell them about your present? I like giving you stuff, man. I
love
to give people stuff. So,
but before we get to that though, I guess this week is gonna be she's great at edibles. She's a certified cannabis medical cannabis educator. I also won the which I believe was the best concentrate of 2017. She'll correct me if I said anything wrong, but that talking about Miss Dankness Bud Life on IG. So if y'all don't know her, make sure y'all give her a follow. But we'll be talking to her in a minute. But like Big Worm was just talking about, man, he done gave me a gift. He done got crafty with his hand this week and made me a Vortex bucket. Look like a regular old bucket, right? You see the bottom. And what this does is make teas, y'all. It's make your own homebrew teas and all that. So since he made me one, I was like, hey, can you make another? So you know, I'm planning for that to be the next week's giveaway. You know what I'm saying?
So next week, we'll talk more about teas. We're going to give away a brewer. We're going to give away some good compost. Give away stuff for you to make some of your own teas. Because it really, once you dial in the tea and get get that going, that's the key to everything. You know, make you a couple teas a week. You know, them plants are gonna be happy.
That's a vortex bucket, man. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have one, you got a chance to try to win one. You don't got to pay for it.
Well, I've been wanting a vortex brewer for a long time. Yeah, they're expensive. I priced the big ones and all that, but literally the pump's the most expensive thing. The whole, so it's nice.
I think for me a 5-gallon bucket will work just fine. Reason being that I do use teas, but I don't use it how I used to use it, meaning like on the beginning of runs or when I first started my soil or whatever it may be. That's when I really like to use my teas to get a boost or a jump start on everything. So, but once your soil is going and you had a couple cycles and a couple runs going, you can fall back on a lot of those things, man. You can fall back on your inputs. You can fall back on a lot of things that you used to feed in your plants. You could cut back a quarter on. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? You could almost get to just water, just plain water. You know what I'm saying? So
definitely the goal.
Like I said, a 5-gallon is perfect. So, every once in a blue moon, once in a month or whatever, I feel like feeding the soil or whatever the case may be, there you go. 5-gallon bucket is stretched enough.
Well, I tried it last night using a kelp alfalfa tea, and I felt like it really mixed things a whole lot better. So, we'll get into that. But it was definitely a success. So pass that on to you.
And, I forgot to say, man, the number. Put the number up there, 202-618-9399. Again, that's 202-618-9399, y'all. Today we're going to do the number 10th caller. Now, we're going to keep it sweet because I was kind of late. Since I was kind of late, we're going to do the 5th caller, y'all. The 5th caller wins the trade, wins the smoker box tonight. You're going to get it. You can be happy, whatever the case may be. And I'm going to give the phone over to Stoner. He's going to hold it down for me. He going to announce who the winner is. And it's saying that look like the first caller right there. And with that being said, anything else you want to enlighten us this week or whatever might be going on with you?
I do have something random that I learned about this week that it's not often, I shouldn't say that. It's always often I learn something in agriculture and horticulture, and that's what I love about it. But I learned an article called air layering. It's a type of propagation. So what you do is, and I think the benefit could be to a plant count, but basically you take a nice branch, and you can do it to a nice thick branch. You get all the bark off the outside, and you kind of expose it. And then you wrap it, and basically it will root while still attached to the main plant. So you can actually grow roots on a stem that's still in the main plant. So then you get ready to flip the flower, you could cut right below those roots, and you have a big plant ready to go right, as a clone. So it's kind of interesting that you're rooting a plant while it's still on the plant. It's a very interesting concept.
Rooting a plant while it's still, hey man. Like I said, you always learning something new.
It was crazy, right?
So
it will literally grow roots out of the stalk while it's still growing. I saw a crazy re-veg picture today.
What would be the purpose of that again?
So if you're trying to stick real strict to plant count, so you have your 3 plants, right? You could have your veg. While vegging, you're also rooting your clones. So as soon as you take on the flower, you cut those 3 big off. You got your 3 in flower. You got those right back in veg. So you're not having an extra plant sitting around basically while you're cloning it or whatever.
Okay.
Just the concept's neat, and it will work on trees too. And that's what I thought. It would work on. Looks like it works really well on woody stuff. So if you wanted to propagate an apple tree or something like that, you could do it in the spring, do that, and then when you come back in the fall, it's gonna have roots, and you're gonna have a whole other tree. Right. So that kind of stuff, might applies to a lot of stuff outside of cannabis. Might be a lot more useful.
Okay. Man, I don't hear my phone ringing, y'all. Y'all calling in, y'all trying to win this. I don't know.
Probably locked it down, man. They didn't lock it up.
Yeah. But, y'all keep trying, man. I swear, man. I need to do something about a new number or something. Y'all, it keeps getting jammed up, y'all. Just keep trying you to go through, man. what I'm smoking on underground. All right, I rolled me up 2Js, so it's either Purple Urkel or Blue Cherries. But I got 2Js. I don't know which one this is. So you tell me, huh? But with that being said, let me go ahead and bring in our guest for today. I know she probably tired of waiting and running our mouth. Miss Dankness, we'd like to welcome Miss Dankness up to the stage, y'all. And come to find out, man, speaking to Miss Dankness, we end up living in the same old neighborhood, man. Maybe a different point of time and shit, but you know, it was the same time she was up top and I was down the bottom, y'all. Yeah.
Y'all in the same box.
You want to say that?
We ain't on the same playground. Just a little bit. I'm sorry, because I'm trying to win this box real quick. You know.
Oh man. So with that being said, why don't you go ahead and introduce people to yourself, your claims and all that.
Well, hello. I am Renee Benjamin. I am also known as Miss Dankness. I am a master medical cannabis professional. I currently provide consultation services here in the District of Columbia. I'm more well known though for my research and my education that I continue to share throughout the city. I try and help people really understand how to use cannabis responsibly and how to use it as a medication.
Right.
So that's the biggest thing for me, making sure that we have equal access for all people. And we're really, really in need of the laws to change. So I, of course, will be at the march tomorrow, and I have been a part of the demonstration. I am a very active member of the advocacy and the community and helping to spread the word.
They said speak more into the mic.
Sorry about that. So currently I am the vice president of the DC Cannabis Business Association, which was started to assist people that are in the city if they want to learn more about how to establish a legitimate cannabis business, which unfortunately right now is limited to only ancillary businesses, such as like marketing, branding, consulting, and things of that nature. Unfortunately, the law does not allow us to currently process or to grow and share our grows for profit, which is something that we're really hoping that we can get changed.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost it almost don't make no sense. Like you letting us grow, which we're very appreciative of. You know what I'm saying? But we can't. Like, what are we gonna do with it? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And then the city could definitely use the extra money. Can't say we can't rebuild our schools. You know what I'm saying? And extracurricular activities for our kids and stuff like that, man. So, you know, voices like yours are always important in the cannabis community, man. So, you know, I'm glad that you could make it to my show today to explain that a little bit further. But, you know, like, how'd you get into it, man? What piqued your interest into all this?
Well, for me, I've always believed in the plant. I've been a consumer since I was about 15 when I first got introduced. And unlike the stereotype, I was actually a grade 8 student. I was actually a national math and science scholar by that time, and I'd already won a Volunteer of the Year award. And for me, I found that cannabis was very relaxing because my mind raced a lot. I just thought constantly. So I first started preaching the medicinal effects of it, and no one believed me. Everyone was just like, whatever. And then one day, I came across a friend's grow, and I was so fascinated. I knew from that point on, like, this was my life, and I began growing. And through growing, I started producing all this material. I have a bit of a green thumb. So I had these really huge plants and all this material, and it was like, I'm doing research, and the research is saying, well, all this plant material is good for something. So I started making different things and learning more and more. And it was through all that research and through many, many different grows that I developed a award-winning tincture.
That's what's up. That's definitely what's up. Me pause right there for a minute because I think I've been told by Stoner that we have a winner. Who would that be? Huh? All right, Miss Laura. Miss Laura is our winner today for the smoke box. Congratulations.
You go, Miss Laura.
Get high, feel free, goddamn it. Hey, look, the phone's still ringing, y'all. I thank y'all for calling in, but we do have a winner, y'all. Like I said, Miss Laura won. I thank y'all for calling in. Thank y'all for participating on the giveaways on my show. And stay tuned next week. Man. It's gonna be something lovely. And okay, so sorry for the interruption. So what you were saying?
So the tincture that I created is actually, it's a live plant formula, and by live plant formula meaning it was made from a plant that was literally still living. It was never dried. And I found through my research that that type of medicine actually provides a completely different effect than what we get out of the dried plant.
Now, when you say live plant, are you speaking of live resins or the live plant period?
No.
Meaning like live resin when you chop the plant down, the trichomes that fall off the plant or that you have in your cash tray or whatever. You know, the live resin.
No.
So you just talking about just a live plant period. It's
No.
like you didn't let it harvest or that. You just...
No harvesting. Basically, I literally took a plant that was purely in water, completely fleshed, and I chopped it down and I processed it into a tincture. And that tincture was able to provide relief from alcoholism. It provided relief from PTSD for some people.
Right.
I actually had a couple of people tell me that they had aphrodisiac effects, both men and women. It really, really did a lot. Like, I mean, even for me, I had like a little juice that I would make with it, and it was so concentrated that I literally could use like a little teeny cupful, like 8 ounces of juice, and I would drink that juice like 3 times a week. And I noticed all of my health problems went away. I noticed my muscles became stronger. I even think my vision got clear. I mean, it was just amazing. And since then, I've been doing more work with like live with the dry plant and with the different types of concentrates to see what we can get out of that. And honestly, nothing I've created since then, I can say has gotten that overall effect that I got from the live plant.
So you pretty much from that point on, you like to stick to your tinctures with the live plant. But I don't know, man. That's a good thing because with me personally, like I got into, I made tinctures, want to call it THC lean, made edibles. But the reason I got into it because I had a lot of leftover materials. It was never my intention.
So I would like to step in because you definitely make yours is alcohol based, right? You're lean.
Some are, some is, yeah.
But it is different. That was a very special thing you make, and it's because I make tinctures, and P has found the same. She's been able to really get off her and cut back on her meds using microdosing with her tincture and doing different things with it. But his lean was this thick, syrupy, like.
That might have been the stuff everybody was talking about.
It was good stuff. It was different. It was definitely different.
But see, and this is what I was getting at.
Have been
see,
like
like
about something like that.
The way I did mine was because I had leftover material. So I didn't do. Don't get me wrong. I did it out of fun, not medical needs. For you see what I'm saying? Because I didn't do no measurements. I didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I took, man. When I said I had a lot of extra material, I had a lot of extra material. So I used a lot of materials to make the stuff that I did. So I might have overdone it. You know what I'm saying? So, in saying that to say I did it for fun, I was also giving it out to people, just people. And they will always come back to me. Just like he said, the experience will always be different with people. Some people come back and be like, man, I ain't messing with you no more. That shit was too strong. Or, man, that was right. Or that had, you know what I'm saying? So, I know it's fun to do. But if you're going to do it for medical purposes, that people need this as a medicine, I think it should be left to the professionals or people, to be done the correct way.
I agree.
And when I do it for fun. Goddamn, I'm going all out. I'm trying to knock you on your ass. So be careful when you see a deep pharma stick on any edible. It's not for medicinal purposes. That's all I'm saying, man, because I don't want to be responsible for nobody hurting.
Exactly. So that's a huge part of why what inspired me to go and actually become completely and fully certified, so that I did have the book knowledge to actually back up things that I was learning on my own. Once I became certified in medical marijuana, I went on to look at the industry, and I said, well, we're having an influx of edible makers or potential edible makers, but we're also having an influx of bad product. So how do we combat that? So I went on to become a certified state food safety exam proctor, which means I can now administer the license test so that we can have more licensed food dealers. So that's another benefit that I, wanted to bring to the community. So if anyone needs assistance with that, give me a shout. I'm here to help.
And where can they reach you? Definitely give her a shout, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Well, currently you can reach me at missdankness@gmail.com. You can reach me at Miss Dankness on Twitter. You can reach me at MissDankness_BudLife, BUDLYFE on Instagram. And where else can I be reached? I'm on Massachusetts at Bud Lady. I'm on just
ain't hard to find, huh?
Exactly.
It definitely ain't hard to find.
As they say, Google me. You'll find me.
Then I want to just shout you out, because just realizing where you from and where you came from, we run the same triangles, the same circles or whatever may have you. So we don't come from such a lovely place, but the fact that you have a beautiful mind and could look past the bullshit and be able to educate people on what's righteous, man, that's great, man. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
But what was the competition? Because I'm curious, man. It's 2017. I don't know, about a year ago. But what was the competition like? And how did you feel after winning it? Was it a lot of people competing against you?
Well, I'm not even sure who competed against me, to be honest. I mean, at the time, I went into it more with the attitude of wanting to see how good I was, not really with the attitude of I'm better than other people, if that makes sense.
Nah, that makes sense, man, because when you come with the attitude that you're better than other people, ain't nobody want to hear what you're saying.
Exactly. Yeah, so it was more so like I aspired to be on the national platform and enter into a lot of the national competitions. And unfortunately, I've created a full line of products that I can't share here in D.C. because the laws are not able to be changed, even though we have quite a few patients that need my help. And I have many, many reviews and testimonies to say that the free products that I've given away so far have been very helpful. So hopefully I'll get to share more.
Man, to stress on that point, that's what we fighting for. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the reason for the march tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's important that we keep our foot on their ass, man, because they not letting up.
Exactly.
They don't like what they saying. They don't like what's going on. And when I say they, I mean industries that's making money off of alcohol, tobacco, or pharmaceuticals. Anything that this cannabis could take over and just bogart them. You know what I'm saying? They're not letting off. They fighting even harder and even stronger. So we have to do the same thing, man. We got to meet force with force, man. So definitely have to let your representative know how you feel, man. This is our community, man. We got 70% of our community accepts cannabis. And our community accepts cannabis as right.
Yeah.
So, we got to let our voices be heard, man. You know what I'm saying? But
we do have political support. But I think that it is, like you said, it's very imperative that the voters continue to speak up and they continue to enforce exactly what they want. You know what I mean? Right now, we're left in limbo. So we have patients that are needing products that they can't even get access to. You have people that have skills that can't really share their skills with the community because there are no laws or licensures in place to allow for that.
Vice versa, man. It's the point where you make it, think you could get what you're looking for. But now, we know, like, the gray area is so major out here that you don't know what the hell you're going to get.
We need to
You know what I'm saying? So, we need to figure out something, man. I got the answer, but we definitely need to figure out something because just to weed out the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? If anything, just to weed out the bullshit. I know, like, a lot of people feel a certain kind of way about legalization or whatever because big company, big pharma, they all gonna have a piece in the game. Tobacco companies, I don't care what nobody said, we're not gonna be able to stop that train from rolling in because they got the big money. You can't stop the bread. They got the money. All you could do is be the best of what you do, especially if you're a grower.
Exactly.
You have to be. It's gonna be like a wine industry, man. So you gotta have the best wine on the market, man. That's all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Cause the train is coming. They're gonna make a commercial. Weed's gonna be cheap and all that good shit. But as long as you keep that motherfucker fire and you growing that fire, then you gonna keep yourself relevant. You know what I'm saying? So we can't. At the same time, we can't cry over spilling milk and about big tobacco companies. Cause when the shit do go fucking legal, that's it. That's it. You can't stop that train from rolling in, y'all. So, you know what I'm saying? Even when it goes into retail and everything, I hope you can get a store. You know what I'm saying? When the shit we fighting for, which I want to fight for too, and which I'm gonna try to be there in my heart, because I want the shit to be legal my damn self. When the shit does pass through and they start opening the stores so you can fucking sell this shit, I hope you can get your foot in. I hope, man, what?
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is why we developed the Cannabis Business Association, because behind the scenes, right? Currently, everyone is like this whole edible making thing, right? Mm-hmm. Realistically, the cannabis industry is so much bigger than that. I mean, think about it. We need companies for branding. We need someone to provide packaging. We need someone to provide branding. We need people to provide packaging. We need people to do scheduling. We need growers. We need processors. You know what I mean? We need researchers. We need people to continue the work, to provide social services to families.
And that's another thing, man. With that, like what you name and how you running the list down, it's enough going on around here for everybody to eat.
Exactly.
Everybody to eat. I see this industry in the Gary area right now. Everybody trying to run over each other. I'm better than them. Better than me. Woo woo woo. I'm gonna snitch on them. They gonna snitch on me. That's all bullshit, y'all. There's room in the game for everybody out this motherfucker, man. Just like you was hustling before this shit became legal, man. It's the same motherfucking shit. Keep the hustle real, man. You keep grinding. You keep doing you. Don't worry about the fuck that man is doing. You keep doing you, man. Yeah. So, you know, like how she just ran that shit down, y'all. That's how many different positions, how many different things you could do in this fucking cannabis industry. Stop worrying about what the fuck the next man is doing and do you. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot bigger than just a plant. You can literally make millions in this industry and never touch a single bud of tree.
Indeed.
I think what y'all are getting at, speaks to just the scope of agriculture in general. It touches everything. And you can see that same thing with agriculture. You could be involved in the sales of commodities and never see or touch a commodity. You're a commodity trader. And I think eventually, hemp is going to be traded, on the New York Stock Exchange. I think it will be a commodity eventually, and traded.
We have our own cannabis stock exchange. We don't need their stock exchange.
Well, I think eventually be recognized. It will go as a national commodity. I think
I agree with that.
Not so much the flower side or the CBD side, but I definitely think hemp production will reach national levels. Definitely be a commodity, just like corn or so.
They're actually working on that right now.
They are
trying to pass laws to legalize hemp.
Which realistically, hemp at one point was a commodity in the USA. So I mean, reasonably, it should still be a commodity here. I mean, again, those are the things that are major issues of why we need voters to continue to speak up and continue to fight. We're losing our national resources, our natural resources.
I agree. We can't keep ignoring it, man.
Save it.
We definitely can't keep on what's going on, looking in the back seat, or looking in, ignoring the situation. If I vote, man, vote these people out of office, man. They old and high. They have old points of view that don't match yours, that don't match today's society. Vote these old hags the fuck up out of there, man.
We're making change. Two of the council members were against us last year. No longer council members anymore.
Right.
Cannabis community has the power. We're so powerful. I've heard statements such as, we may be considered our own political party in the next election. That's how strong our voices are and the push is. Recently, we had a dispensary in Maryland to open up and put out subpar product, bad customer service to patients. And when it was put on their review, it was actually erased. And they only allowed for the employee good reviews to stay posted. Well, our voices spoke up. It went viral. Now that story is all over the entire country and even in the LA Times just because of a Facebook post. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that just shows that when you stand strong, people listen.
That's what's up, man. And like I said, man, we got, like you said, we gotta keep standing strong.
Definitely.
Point blank, per. Any questions out there in the chat for our guest?
Somebody got a real loud question in the audience.
What's that?
What question?
Yes. There you go.
How you doing, man?
Oh, how are you?
We got a question, y'all.
How are you?
I'm well. Yourself?
I'm great. Thanks for asking. You made mention that the cannabis industry has its own stock market. So I would like to know how relevant is the cannabis stock market in comparison to the one everyone knows as the Wall Street?
Well, to give you an idea, most recently in January, when Sessions made his statement about cracking down on cannabis companies, the cannabis stock market fell 46% within 1 week. I'm sorry. In 48 hours, it actually, between 48 hours to a week, it actually regained all of the 40% that it lost.
So, is this open to the public?
Yes.
For the investors?
Yes, this is all public. This is all public knowledge. I go online every day. I check the cannabis website, the cannabis business website, the cannabis stock exchange, and the current prices every single day. I think that every business owner should be doing that. Okay. You know what I mean? The same way a Wall Street or a corporate business owner back in the stock market, we should be back in our own stock markets. How are you going to know the current price of cannabis if you don't?
That's true. I agree. Thank you much, man.
You're welcome.
I'm glad I got a cannabis show because that's a whole other topic, man. I tell you, when we talk about money, y'all gonna get me to rambling about some other shit now. When we talk about money and actual like financial shit, that's so fucking illiterate in our society. Man, I tell you, man, like I said, this ain't even a subject I want to get into. The finance and money and all that, that's a whole other topic right there. But us in our society nowadays, man, it is backwards. It's definitely backwards, man. And we are financially illiterate. That's for sure, man. So, and that's a lot of us. I'm not going to say everybody, but majority. You know what I'm saying? So, I guess that's a topic for another day. We're going to discuss some cannabis tip. You know what I'm saying? I might be smoking the purple right now. I don't know what that other shit was.
Hey, big word. Face lit up.
You know. Hey, Tony. I see Tony in the chat. Tony, I thought you was going to do tonight, Tony. I brought you gift from last week that you Thought you was gonna be here. You're not. But I guess we could email each other. Give me an address and I'll ship that out to you. Or we could link up. Either way, we can link up and I get that to you, Tony. See you out there in chat. What's up, J Rock? I ain't forgot about you, J Rock. I ain't get the tickets yet. I'ma sure get that to you as soon as I get them. And with that being said, go ahead and tell the people how they can reach you. And what you got coming up and all that good stuff. Wellington Park and those, y'all. I ain't mean to put you out there. Yeah, well, one few that made it about that motherfucker.
Girl like that. She was up top though.
Yeah,
Shout out to Wellington Park.
They got whole
Shout out to
yeah. They got the laundromat.
Hold on. See, what a lot of people don't know, though, is actually while I was in Wellington Park, I'm very proud of the time I spent there because I did get to help a lot of people. I was actually a computer instructor there, so I taught a lot of your kids and your girlfriends how to go and get some office skills and such, and how to do little babies.
Kids, huh?
Exactly. No, not with the Horton kids. I actually worked at AmeriCorps.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I did 2-year thing with AmeriCorps where we had a technology program there, and then I went on to have a merchandising company while I was there, and I was able to assist a lot of people there with some good jobs where they were able to make $140 a day, and at that time that was some pretty good money for what the economy was at the time. So, yeah.
That's pretty much the substitute pay currently with DC public schools. So
is it?
So
wow, this was 10 years ago,
so, you know,
and they were making $140 a day.
Yeah, that's right at substitute current pay. So.
Oh wow, cool.
But yeah, go ahead and tell the people one more time.
So,
go ahead and tell the people where they can reach you. This is your last chance right here. And if any of y'all out there that want to make concentrate and want any points, reach out to them, man. Email it.
Actually, I have classes coming up.
Hey, there you go. Look.
So, hey, the good news is after a full year of doing private classes and things of that nature and having lots and lots of requests, I will be starting my very own cannabis community. I'm going to tell you guys more about it, but in order to find out, you got to tune into my business page. So you can Facebook at Miss Dankness DC on Facebook, and that'll take you directly over to my business page. There's a call button if you need to reach me, and I'm always available for messages. I'm down to help you out. Just ask me, and if I don't know, I'll point you in the direction of someone who does. So, with that said, you can also find me on Instagram at MissDankness_Bud Life. That's BUDLYFE. And there you can still see a full array of the many products I've created, as well as my awards, my certificates, notifications, and other things.
That's what's up, man. And before we go out, I also want to say, again, I'm going to keep stressing it for y'all that can make it tomorrow to the march. Please make it. And I'm going to tell you why, man.
Please.
See this box? I got this box from one Deuce, a dank look on the city on IG. But ever since I got this box from this dude, I've been using it, man. And this fucking box.
I have that box.
And then
we all have that box.
I always keep different fucking flavors, different strains. Man,
the box holds lots of terps, guys.
I spoil myself.
Yes.
I literally spoil myself.
We love our boxes.
So this is what I'm saying is this is what we fighting for, what the march is for about this shit right here. So we can keep this shit going just how it is right now. So we could be able to do this fashion in this way without having to have
get pressed out.
Getting pressed out and shit. Mm-hmm. See, cause now what's happening, right? Now what's happening, this fucking nigga head up, man. Now you getting pressed out now, right? And
check out the ratchet.
What's happening is when you getting pressed out and they finding weed, as long as it ain't more than 2 ounces, man, they gotta leave you alone. Yeah. They can't take your shit. So when that shit happens, man, I pull off and shit. You could go, Mr. Woo Woo. I ain't gonna put my government out there, but you could go woo woo woo. Man, I take that motherfucker out the ashtray and light that bitch.
What I'm trying to tell you. But listen, that is why we stress: get you a card. Like seriously, get you a card. Then you don't have to worry about it. The federal government protects card holders, guys.
Which they did add into the budget. So that did get put back to the budget.
Don't be like me. I'll get you a card, man.
How much time y'all got?
If you don't keep in your house, then you
shit.
can
About
have a
5
card.
minutes.
Listen.
I just want to ask a question for all y'all. I just want to ask a question. What if somebody had ailment coming from Virginia, got cancer, and they want to get medical card in DC? What's the process?
Unfortunately, the only way to obtain a card in DC is
DC
to be a DC resident.
Her
Get
ass
your
gonna have to
address.
move then.
Same in Maryland.
You got a question?
But
That's
I'm
what's
like,
happening.
That's a
I can
good
answer-
question.
Let me answer that as well.
Okay.
As a current Virginia resident, she needs to immediately go to her doctor and get a letter of recommendation. And that's going to protect her. She could have CBD oil on her. She could have THCA on her. And where she got that oil is, whatever.
Yeah, that's
so she needs to get that letter. That's her major protection in Virginia right now is the letter from the doctor recommending cannabis oil.
all right.
See, and that's the correct way on the shit.
Yeah.
This the backdoor way, right? You're a Virginia resident. I know you got a cousin, an uncle, a sister, a brother,
That's grown.
a friend, somebody that lives in the district. You know
Yeah.
somebody, goddammit.
Yeah.
Use that address, tell them you live here.
Man,
Get
she
your
can't-
motherfucking ID from fucking DMV. They gonna give you a little $50 ID. I think that's what they call it,
all
man.
right.
Oh, it's
I-
$20.
Yeah,
$20
I
for a
just
basic
got that
ID.
call.
All you need is a letter saying that you live there. Woozy woo.
They can call Miss Dankness.
They can call Miss Dankness.
I had a call
I'll help.
about that. They Virginia residents, and she got cancer, and she trying, smoke herself to death. And
Her come hang out with me. There's absolutely nothing against the law about her coming to hang out with the old girl.
There's nothing against the law to hang with Miss Dankness, y'all.
Hey, babe.
Hey, Miss Dankness cool as a motherfucker. Go ahead.
One more question,
Yes,
y'all.
I got one last question. You mentioned the different aspects of the infrastructure in the cannabis industry. My question now is, because I think that it would be vital to our approach with doing whatever it is that we're trying to do with March, so on and so forth. How much emphasis has been placed on helping the youth who will be primary targets when that train comes or even now? How much emphasis has been placed on to help the youth who could easily become quote unquote addicts, who has to have it, who will go to extreme measures? Because I think addressing it from that standpoint as well, I'm just being devil's advocate. I think that having something in place to address that would help moving forward. So, what do you have in place?
Okay, me personally, as a part of building a collective, I have educational classes that are in place to educate the caregivers and the parents of these children. Currently, the law is for people that's 21 and older to make the decision to medicate themselves. Anyone under 21 has to have a parent's permission, and they also have to have their own parent be their caregiver. No one else can provide medical cannabis to them. So that being said, our biggest fight is being able to make sure that the parents are properly educated. Once the parents are properly educated, then they can make the decision on how they want to educate their children. So, that's what we have currently in place.
All right, y'all. Thanks for the question, audience. Thanks for the chat. Shout out to the chat for being here tonight. Thank you for showing up tonight.
Thank you.
Being a guest.
Thank you, guys. You've been
Big Worm. anything happening this week for us? 'Cause we gotta wrap this baby up.
No, man. We're going to
My birthday's
have a
Friday.
good week.
Miss
I'm
Dankness'
sorry.
birthday's
I
on
forgot to
Friday.
tell you guys, don't forget.
Happy early birthday.
Come hang out with the girl.
How man?
Party over here.
We're just going to keep it going.
That's it.
Yep.
All right, and on another show, DC Scrogger got a Super Soul mix party going up. I think it's April 4th or 15th, if I'm not sure. But to be sure, go check out DC Scrogger on IG at DC Scrogger. He ain't hard to find. A Super Soul mixing party. That shit's fun as hell. Free smokes and everything. And you get to learn about living soul organics, y'all. So make sure y'all check that out. Make sure you check DC Scrogger out as well. That being said, go ahead, Jacob, because I was already get me up out of here. Go ahead and Theme us out of here. That's it. See y'all next week, y'all.
All right, y'all have a good one.
I want to grow my own shit.
Is that DC Pharma, that DC Pharma, that DC Pharma.
DC Pharma Show.
Is that DC Pharma, that DC Pharma, that DC Pharma. Check. Used to get my piece from AZ. Mary Jane is the case that they give me. Trips from the West Coast stop real fast. DC Pharma show the masses how to the be attentive learner. The raw sheets turn that gas to a slow burner. Big worm got brains in variety. Jeff Sessions trying to the society. Cannabis community, rise up, eyes up. Fight for your right to life or I shut. Loud from the motherland. I'm getting high in stadium. Super gas, no clone, it grown vibranium. Coke chasers, cancel the grower. Self-sufficiency, that's how we need focus. Alien turn Girl Scouts into soldiers. Smoking dope, attack if you come closer. Every Monday, 10 to 11 p.m. Focus on that grow, watch the show with your BM.